Chapter 103. Lacking a sacrificial offering. The moment San Shi saw this person, he was certain that he was the one who had fought with the kings of Great Jin in the sky. This person actually survived and came here. It seemed that the demon cult was really up to something. Elder Yuan bowed. So it's ninth young master. My master is doing well. Thank you for your concern, young master. It's been more than 30 years since we parted on Heavenly Mount. Fairy Ziyu's talent is outstanding. She's probably about to form her nascent soul, right? Ziyu smiled and wanted to find out about Ziyu's cultivation level. My cultivation level is low, so it's difficult for me to see master's cultivation level. Elder Yuan refused to reveal it. I'm sure it'll be soon. If she reaches the nascent soul stage, it'll definitely come to congratulate. Ziyu looked at Liu Ruxu with a smile. This little girl is quite elegant. You are bringing her back to the Yao Moon Palace. Yes, Miss Zhu'er is the seedling that master values. Elder Yuan cupped his fists. We're in a hurry to go back, so we won't disturb you. How about I get someone to pilot a Dharma artifact spaceship to send you guys? It'll save you trouble and is also safer. Ziyu smiled as if he didn't want them to leave. Elder Yuan's expression changed slightly. You're too kind, ninth young master. We can go back ourselves. Don't stand on ceremony. Fairy Ziyu and I are old friends. Helping you out is nothing. Ziyu looked very generous. San Shi didn't know if this guy was trying to please Fairy Ziyu, or if he had some ulterior motives for Liu Ruxu. There's really no need. Young master, you should prioritize your own important matters. Elder Yuan rejected him firmly. Ziyu frowned. It's fine if you want to leave, but you should only go after dawn. Elder Yuan sighed. Well, do as you say. Iron Tooth, stay here and accompany these friends. Ziyu arranged with a smile. A slender person with sharp teeth walked out from behind him. In doing this for your own good. After all, Silken City has already been enveloped by an array formation. If you rashly go out, it might affect our arrangements. San Shi's heart skipped a beat. That was impossible. Was it really necessary to attack a city? You guys want to seize the Dragon Vein Chi under Silken City? Elder Yuan exclaimed. Otherwise, why would you use an array formation to envelop such a large city? That's why I asked Elder Yuan to wait for a while before leaving. At the same time, I wanted you all to see how we would sever the dragon-slaying Chi. At this point, Ziyu looked rather proud. San Shi was dumbfounded. What was this Dragon Vein Chi? Was it an energy source or something illusory? Seeing Liu Ruxu's complicated expression, he asked softly, Zhu'er, what do they mean by this Dragon Vein Chi? These aura are the foundations of cities and even dynasties. It's just like the yang energy of humans. If it's severed, the city will be destroyed and the dynasty will quickly weaken. Liu Ruxu sighed. I'm afraid the prosperity of Silken City will stop for the next 100 years. Oh. San Shi didn't quite understand. Fortunately, Liu Ruxu used yang energy as an analogy. As someone whose yang energy had been depleted several times, he could understand the feeling of weakness. In fact, without yang energy, people would die. He still found it a little strange. How does that work? I'm not too sure either. It seems to affect the luck and the environment of this city. Anyway, that's what the ancient books record. Where did this wild seedling come from? His foundation isn't solid, but his aptitude looks pretty good. Ziyu looked over and asked casually. He's from Silken City. Elder Yuan frowned. Was this person targeting them? Oh, you're born and raised here, so you can absorb some of the dragon chi. Little fellow, are you interested in joining my sky demon cult? It'll bring you to absorb dragon chi. Elder Yuan did not say anything about San Shi being poached in front of her. After all, San Shi was free to go anywhere he wanted. Not interested. San Shi did not have a good impression of the Sky Demon Cult, especially the people from Sky Demon Cult. He would rather die than follow these guys to attack his hometown. In fact, he could not bear to know that the city he had lived in for more than 10 years would completely decline because they are severing the dragon energy. Oh, you have quite a temper. Ziyu glanced at San Shi coldly. He did not like being rejected by the weak. Not only did Ziyu's servant reject him, but this Chi refinement cultivator also dared to reject him. Just as he was about to mess with San Shi, he suddenly received a message. He said to his subordinates, let them go after dawn. Elder Yuan, please cooperate with us. With that, a small paper effigy appeared in his palm. He threw it out and flew towards the center of the city. The paper cutters are sending them a message. Song Shi's heart sank. Could Huan Heu be related to these guys? Demons and ghosts, it's normal that they are in contact with them, but her kind attitude still feels different from theirs. While he was thinking, Yu suddenly came back and asked, "Is this kid from your Yao Moon Palace?" "Sort of." "Has Zur's furnace?" Elder Yuan nodded. "A furnace? Borrow it. We lack a sacrificial offering on our side. This kid is full of vigor and is quite suitable." Yu grinned and grabbed Song Shi. Without giving Elder Yuan a chance to discuss, he left with his men and Song Shi. Song Shi scolded, "Why are you targeting me? How can the weak have so many complaints? I just happen to lack a pure Yan child. Firstly, I don't like you, and your aura is quite pure. Therefore I think that it's suitable to use you as a replacement." Liu Ruxu quickly interjected, "Senior, has not a pure Yang body anymore. Has useless to you." Big Smart and Mei Niang were shocked. They did not expect this to happen. They did not even have the right to speak. Elder Yuan did not expect Song Shi to be caught. She probed, "Ninth young master, please be magnanimous. Why? In giving Ziyu some face. Do you really think you're so awesome? If you don't want to die, stay here obediently." Yu smiled coldly, turned around, and disappeared like a gust of wind. Why did he capture my man? Liu Ruxu was in a daze. She was about to go to the sect with Song Shi, but they were separated here. Sigh. We're unlucky to have met this person. Back then, he was rejected by Master Ziyu. I'm afraid he's resentful and can't bear to see you two in a pair. Elder Yuan explained the reason. Of course, it might also be because of other reasons. He might really be lacking people to be sacrificial offerings. Liu Ruxu's face turned pale and she felt helpless. She gritted her teeth and said, "I'm too weak. I can only be at the mercy of others." She made up her mind. If Song Shi died, she would definitely kill this person to take revenge. Iron Tooth grinned hideously. "Don't the women of the Yao Moon Palace change furnaces as if they were changing clothes? Do you have to be so angry after losing this piece of clothing? I think you're still too young and haven't seen a real good man yet. Why don't I be your Dao companion?" "I'm sorry, you can't compare to young Master Song." Liu Ruxu's expression was cold. She was afraid of the person just now, but she was not too afraid of his foundation establishment subordinate. You would rather stick with a chi-refined and pretty bow than consider foundation establishment cultivator like me. You are really short-sighted, Iron Tooth sneered. "Sir, please be quiet. I don't want to fight with you because of your nasty words." Elder Yuan frowned, causing Iron Tooth's gaze to turn cold, and he stopped provoking them. Big Smart was so anxious that he spun on the spot, but there was nothing he could do. He sighed at Mei Niang. "How could this be? My plan to follow you all is ruined."